Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope you're doing great. You're having an awesome day. In this video, I'm looking really forward to it. I will be talking about different fitness topics and discussing if they are underrated or overrated. We will be talking about the bench press, the squats, the supplements, creatine, all right, lifting belts, all kind of nice subjects, all right, that you might think are underrated but are overrated, and the opposite. So I'm really looking forward to do this video. All right, if you're new to this channel, well, I'm Charif. I'm passionate about fitness. I've been training for over 13 years naturally, and I'm like making those videos to just share my knowledge and just talk with you guys. All right, so let's get in the subject. The first topic we'll talk about is the big three lifts. So the bench press, the squat, and the deadlift. Are they underrated or are they overrated for building muscle, for building strength? Well, that's an interesting one, and I gotta say that if I have to choose, they are overrated. So people kind of give them more importance than what they should, and people tend to do them wrong, not feel them well, but force themselves to do them. All right, let's take the deadlift for example. I see so many people. It's actually rare that I see someone doing the deadlift properly, but in their mind, they've seen Ronnie Coleman doing huge deadlifts and Arnold deadlifting, and they know that they've heard that the deadlift is a great exercise, so they'll just force themselves to do them. They're doing them wrong, they're not feeling them where they should, they're having lower back pain, and that is why I think it's overrated, because basically most people don't have the knowledge and the maturity to do them. Now, if you've been training for a long time and you have a nice mind muscle connection, you know where you should be feeling those muscles, and you're not ego lifting, then by all means those big three lifts are superior. But if you're still beginning, you don't have really the good proper technique, don't think that doing this heavy squats will get you anywhere. It might just injure you and you won't even feel it in the right places. All right, I'm sorry if you heard some knocking. That was my girlfriend. She was knocking at the door. It's not in your house, it was over here. Now, next on the list that we have is training to failure. Is it underrated or overrated? And it's very much underrated. All right, people don't take their sets to failure. People don't train hard enough in the gym nowadays, and I really think that training to failure will make a huge difference. All right, like Arnold said in pumping iron, it's always about those last 2-3 reps that will make your muscle grow, that will make you a champion. If you're doing 12 reps but your body's used to doing 12 reps and there's no challenge, you're not really stimulating your muscle, you're not pushing your limits, well, you just won't grow. All right, so next one on the list is body weight exercises. So we're talking about the push-ups, pull-ups, body weight lunges. Is it overrated or underrated? Well, it's very much underrated. A lot of people in the gym don't do those. They don't do the push-ups, they don't do the pull-ups as they kind of progress, because they think that doing a body weight lunge, well, there's no weight, it's going to be so easy, you won't do much. But that is not true. When you're doing it correctly, you're actually working so much more than doing them on a machine, and you can get your muscles to failure that way. Trust me, do your push-ups, do 200 push-ups in your chest workout at the end, and you'll feel every muscle fiber of your chest pumped, and you're really getting your muscles to failure. All right, same thing for pull-ups. I don't see many people doing pull-ups anymore, and this is one of the main factor to build a good back, is doing your pull-ups, getting that V shape. And even Arnold said it. He said that the heavier you are, it doesn't matter, because you should be stronger, so you still should be doing your pull-ups. You can't say, well, I'm too heavy for doing pull-ups. Well, if you're too heavy, you should have bigger muscles and you should be stronger, so you should still be able to lift your body weight. All right, and for me, the body weight exercises just gives me a feeling that I don't get anywhere else on the machines. It also allows me to push to failure, because if I'm doing a push-up and I'm failing, well, I can just fall on the floor and it won't do much. All right, so don't neglect your body weight exercises. Now, next on the list, we have abs, six-pack exercises. So the crunches, the leg raises, all the abs, cyclic crunches, whatever they call the ab machine. Are they overrated or underrated? Well, I think they are overrated. All right, because the proper way to train your abs is also doing every lift you're doing, the compound movement, bracing your core correctly, breathing and bracing correctly. And that's where a lot of people don't really put the time on, but they'll go do their crunches and they'll do the the ab machine, thinking that this is what's gonna give them the six pack, but it's not really the case, all right? It might just injure your lower back on the long term, and you're better off doing exercises like plank, all right, doing the side planks, the McGill Big Three, all those exercises, and stiffening your core, bracing your core when you're doing your big lifts. It will really give you so much more results, and it will help you lift more. So instead of doing the crunches, I would say focus on your bracing when you're doing your planks, when you're doing your squats, your deadlift. You can also do farmer walks. I love those exercises that really force you to brace your core and without bending your spine. All right, so yeah, crunches are overrated. Next on the list, what do we have? And it's lifting straps. I think they are overrated. I'm not a big fan of lifting straps. I think that if any exercise that you're doing, let's say you're doing the rowing, well, if you feel your forearms burning, well, it's all right. It's working your forearms at the same time. I don't think that people should be using lifting straps unless you really want to just deadlift a heavy weight and feel good about it. But I think that you should also have a strong forearm. And if your forearms are weak, then train them. Train them more up until they're strong. I've never felt my forearm burning when I'm doing my pull-ups recently. I used to feel it in the beginning so much, and it was a limiting factor for me. But what did I do? I just kept going. I didn't use any lifting strap, and here am I. My forearms is, I feel like it's the strongest part of my body. All right, so don't do the lifting strap. I would even say deadlift double overhand grip without lifting strap, and trust me, your forearms will be burning. You'll also feel it in your lats, in your glutes, everywhere else you should, but it will get your forearms stronger. All right, it might not be the best for your ego because you might just do 2 or 3 plates, but it will give you more results, and it's better for long term. I see those guys at the gym putting the lifting straps even on the biceps curl, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, that's so bad. That's so wrong. Might make you feel curl more and feel good because you're curling more, but you're not doing much for your forearms, and your body likes working as a whole. All right, so lifting straps, I don't like them. All right, everything, lifting belt, lifting straps, not a big fan. Now let's go a little bit on the diet side. Let's go a bit on the nutrition. Let's talk about the post-workout meal, the post-workout window. We hear sometimes that it says we need 30 to 60 minutes in between after your workout to get your body to absorb most of the nutrients. What do I think about that? Well, I think that it's underrated. I really believe in the post-workout window. Now, if you're trying to lose weight or you're just training for fitness, it might not matter much with you. But if you're trying to optimize every percentage, well, after training, your body will absorb the nutrients like a sponge. So why don't you use that? Why don't you use that little thing that is available for you to add a little percentage to your gains, all right? And we are really in a sport of bodybuilding. When you're doing it for years, well, it's important that you kind of maximize every little percentage, and the post-workout window is pretty important. All right, that's my little cat right there. All right, he's gone. Good. So you gotta maximize every percentage when you're training. And I really believe in the post-workout window. That's where your body really wants those carbs. You just worked out. That's when your body will absorb those nutrients like a dry sponge that you're soaking in water. Well, it's gonna absorb the whole water. All right, so it is underrated. If you're trying to maximize your results, don't neglect the post-workout window. Get your carbs, get easy to digest proteins. So I would do a shake with a banana, for example, or some bagels with a protein shake. Now let's move on to the supplements. Let's talk about supplements. One of them is creatine. Is creatine underrated or overrated? Well, I truly believe that creatine is underrated. All right, if there's one supplement that I can have, and I can only have that supplement, and I think that you get the most bang for your buck, it would be the creatine. All right, do not neglect taking creatine, either if your goal is weight loss or gaining some muscle. All right, if you want to get stronger, make sure that you're hydrating your muscles well. Do not neglect taking creatine. I take every day 10 grams. I don't cycle it on and off. I take every day 10 grams. Make sure you're drinking enough water, and that's it. Now it's going to be depending on your body weight, but for me 10 grams is a good dose. Now let's talk about multivitamins. That's one that I believe it's very overrated. A lot of people take a lot of multivitamins and they spend so much money on them, but most of those vitamins you pee them right away after, you see when you go to the washroom, well, you're peeing so dark that that's all the vitamins that you just consumed. All right, most multivitamins aren't even bioavailable, so your body can't absorb them as well, because your body is used to absorbing vitamins and minerals, the nutrients, the micronutrients from real food. All right, so you can't really put all those things in a pill and then imagine your body will react the same as getting them from real food. No, I'm not a big fan of multivitamins. Now, I will say one thing: some of them, all right, with the right dosage and taken at the right time, can be helpful. Let's say vitamin D. All right, taking vitamin D when you have no access to sun, that's one that I think that is important. Another one that is hard to get enough is magnesium. And if you don't eat enough salmon, would be omega-3. All right, but aside of that, I can't think of one that you can't get from real food. All right, your red meat, you have the B12, you have the vitamin B's in your whole eggs, you have the vitamin K, you have some choline, you have vitamin D as well. Greek yogurt, you have so many vitamins and minerals. So I always try to get my vitamins and minerals from real food. Your body absorbs them better and you don't waste money. All right, so that's it for the vitamin and minerals. Let's finish with the last one, which is that's a fun one. Well, I wanted to say test booster and fat burner, but it is overrated. Focus on your diet, your training, and that's it. That's how you will build muscles and increase your testosterone by actually sleeping better, lowering your stress, lifting weights. You're increasing your testosterone there instead of taking a pill, but we all know that. So let's talk about cheat meals. All right, for the last one, cheat meals. Do I think they are underrated or overrated? I believe cheat meals are so overrated, and I'm not a fan of cheat meal. I'm a fan of refeed meals. So let me give you guys the difference. A cheat meal could be junk food, pizza, burgers, fried chicken wings, fried hot dogs, whatever it is, all right? A big donut. It's a cheat meal. It's just a junk food, all right? It's full of fat. It will not do much for your results, for your training, for your performance. It will do nothing. You're just cheating on your diet. You're just taking steps back that won't get you anywhere. Now, refeed meals. What is that? So now you're refeeding your body of something that you're already consuming. It could be carbs, high carbs meal. So those are the ones that I'm a fan of, and those are the ones that I would use. A high carb meal, refeed meal, low fat, high carbs, replenishing. The purpose of this is replenishing your muscle glycogen, so you have more energy, more muscle glycogen, you feel fuller on your next workout. And the purpose of doing that, because when you're cutting down, you're leaning down, you're losing some body fat, you're on a caloric deficit, while your muscle glycogen will reduce, you will feel flat. And that is why taking a refeed, let's say once every 14-20 days, will really fill you up of all those carbs. You'll feel so much better and pump you up for the next couple of weeks to go. All right, so there's a purpose for it. I'm not a fan. I never take a meal unless I'm on vacation, but take a meal just like that has no purpose. Just a freaking pizza with fried chicken wings with fries. It would just give me digestion issues. On the other hand, a refeed meal could be a sushi, because it's already things that I eat. I already eat rice, I already eat salmon, I eat what's in there, so I'll have more of the rice. I eat more of the stuff that I already eat, all right? So in that case, it could be sushi, it could be a big bowl of pasta and tomato sauce and ground beef, all right? It could be a lot of rice with a lot of rice and ground beef, or a big rice and chicken, or a lot of potatoes, baked potatoes with a nice steak. All right, so you get the point. Just higher carbs, keeping the fats low. I'm not a big fan of keeping my fats high. I always like keeping my fats low, and that's it. So there it is, guys. I hope you liked that video. If you did watch till the end, thank you very much for watching my channel. I'm trying to grow my English channel. Leave a like, a comment, and tell me, what do you agree with and what you don't agree with. I would really like you watching to tell me in the comments now the things that I said that you would agree with, and I want to hear your opinion also, because I'm not always right, all right? I'm not right all the time, so I would like to see what you guys have to say. What do you think? Do you like cheat meal? Do you like refeed meals? Do you like lifting straps? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys soon. Ciao.